Don't forget, guys, like and subscribe for more content. Thank you for watching. It helps me out massively. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Good morning, good evening, or good night, depending on what time you're watching this. It's Nathan here, and it's time for the newest video. What is up, Self Squad? How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome. Okay, guys, I am here to talk about Horde. Now, I haven't made a full-on guide about this before where I've actually, done it on here, but I'm gonna do a video just telling you what sort of formations I personally would use and what would get me more points than anyone else. Now, when it comes to raining your players, as you know, there are the random waves which only come and affect certain people, but most of the time it's just the basic waves. So when I'm raining people, for the first, I would say until we get to wave 14, all I would send to people is 100% inventory. Now, this is up until wave 14. If you're brand new state, then you may need some riders and hunters to survive this. But most states, even after like Gen 3 or 4, will start easily being able to cope this. So they just send 100% inventory. The reason being is because all the way up to wave 14, sometimes when it's such an old state, it'll probably be all the way up until wave 20, because you can literally just annihilate them with the inventory without even touching the riders or hunters. But of course, for the first 14 waves on an average state, just full-on inventory. At wave 14, you have got the random waves. This is the time when you can actually recall them and send them back out with slightly adjustments. Now, for wave 15 and 16, what I personally would do is I would just reduce the inventory ever so slightly and put a few of the riders in there. They are still going to be struggling to get past the riders. Now, I know the hunters shoot from a distance, but they don't really even touch them. Honestly, so during these fights, the inventory are the ones which are literally, because they're the first line, as soon as they touch them, they're dead. They're just dead. So you don't really need any hunters still. So when it does get to past wave when it does get past wave 14, the random wave 15 and 16, the riders can do a little bit of damage. So this is where you are wanting to actually put a few riders in there. Then you've got wave 17, which is another random wave. You can recall again and adjust it again. Now, in the newer states, you're just wanting to blast it with a load of hunters, because at this point, they're breaking through. They're actually surviving. They're actually putting up a fight. So at this point, you're wanting to blast it with hunters. If you are in an old state, then I personally would recommend you still putting a load of inventory in there, because, as I said, they're barely going to break through the inventory. The hunters will start to do damage on wave 18 and 19, don't get me wrong, but the inventory are still going to be blasting these away in no time at all. So this would be my recommendation. When it comes to the random waves, then obviously for the very first one, random wave 7, full-on inventory once again. Random wave 14, these are stronger waves, so you might want to consider doing something more similar to this, where you have got a few riders and hunters in there. For wave 17, it's quite a strong wave, so you could just blast it with a load of hunters and do a load of damage. Obviously, it will mean that the other people raining them won't be getting quite as much points, but this is it. I'm doing the guide if you're trying to push this. Now, when it comes to the boss waves, boss wave 10 and 20. Now, for the first one, I would say that would get you the most amount of points, because for wave 10, they're not really going to be breaking through the inventory. And for wave 20, that would probably get you the most points, because the hunters are getting full on for wave 20. So they are doing a lot of damage. So that would probably be on wave 20, full inventory on wave 10. But if you're wanting to be fair with your alliance, personally, if I wanted to be fair with my alliance, I would actually do a proper formation. The reason being is because this would obviously make it the strongest, best chance to defend. Now, if everyone sent this sort of formation, then it would be evenly divided amongst your alliance. Obviously, if you are going to send the full hunters, you'll be doing more damage because you're going to be sending the ones which deal the damage. But if you're wanting the strongest defense, obviously for the newer states, this is more important. For the older states, they won't really care. You could literally everyone send hunters and win. But for the newer states, they'll probably struggle in wave 20, and you are going to be wanting to send a solid march to be able to defend this. If you are a lot more active alliance, then you may want to half this number because you're wanting everyone to be able to fit in. So this is the formation which I personally would use for a defensive formation. It's 60%, 15%, 25%. This is how my alliance would set it up when we was doing Horde. Well, we're still doing Horde. We put it in this formation and tell people to rain with this. If it's less active, we tell people to send double marches to put 100k in instead of 50k. Okay, so I'm hoping this guide does help you guys. If you are wanting to cheese this, there is a way to cheese this. All you need to do is make an alliance with a load of little baby accounts which you can rain. As you can see, I've got a load of baby accounts. I could make an alliance, just sit in that alliance during the event, rain those, and get the most amount of points because no one's going to be inside them except for me. So I know I'm going to be getting 100% of the points when raining them. Now, one thing which some people are worried about is if they have no troops in their settlement, they're worried they're not going to get enough points or they're going to burn. Now, if you've got enough people raining you, you will obviously survive the defense. So maybe make sure before it actually starts that you have got reinforcements inside you. Now, on the point situation, if you defend, you get 100% points no matter how many troops you have in your settlement. Okay guys, I hope this guide helps some of you if you are still trying to push that chief gear and you're trying to get a few extra points, especially if it comes out like the Migo did not long ago where you actually got points for your horde in the Migo. So yeah, hope this guide helps you. Thank you all for watching. Much love to you all. And guess what? I shall see you guys next time. Have a good night, guys. And peace.